Hi, my name is Tarryn Sampson. I'm an enrolled agent, and my object is the tax book.
Can you describe your object?
Yes, so the tax book is used in the profession, and there's various books that you can use. Over the years, I've been using the tax book, and it's used really for information and education, research on different tax laws, how to handle different situations. It tells you what the tax brackets are, what the standard deductions are, and various information that you would need to properly prepare taxes.
What do you do?
I do so many things. The main focus of what I do is tax preparation. I help individuals and mostly small business owners properly prepare their taxes, help to keep them out of trouble, but also to maximize their write-offs and expenses to help save their tax liability.
Why did you decide to enter this industry?
Back in 1996, I saw an ad for H&R Block. They were advertising their tax courses, and it was really just something to do on the side, you know. My degree is in accounting. I had an accounting job. I said, oh, something else to do. And I took my first tax course with them for the 96 tax season. It was just really something to do. You know, it's so ironic, throughout the years doing it part-time, I would tell my clients, you know, start a business while you're working so that if ever you got tired of corporate or corporate got tired of you, you've already nurtured something. And never in the world did I imagine that I was talking to myself, because that's exactly what happened for me.
What does a typical workday look like for you?
So my work day start off, my assistant and I kind of recap any communications that we have and where we are in the process with the group of taxpayers that we're working with. So we start off with that daily conversation, and once we get up to speed on that, then I just go in order of the clients that have their documents uploaded and ready to go, enter in their documents, send any communication for anything that we may be missing, get it prepped for their review, and my assistant, Tanisa, then compiles the documents. We use an online portal system where we share, store, and sign documents, and we upload it there, set them up for signatures, send our email out, allow them to send an appointment to review the tax returns if they like. One of the things that I've learned over the years that a lot of people, their tax preparer didn't go over their tax returns with them, which is a very important step because one, we're all human, so there's instances where we can make a mistake on our side, but two, the taxpayer is the one that's liable for the information that's on that tax return, regardless of whether they paid someone to prepare it or not. So it's important to me that they're fully aware of what they're signing and what is being put on their tax return so that they know and have an understanding of their taxes.
How does your object aid in the day-to-day task of your industry?
I generally use it to see if there's a write-off or something that I may not have top of brain. It's used a lot as research. Nowadays, a lot of it is online. This same tax book I can access online, but I do like to be able to turn to a page and read over a section in here. When I take a position, a lot of the tax laws can be a little gray. So when I take a position on how I handle the situation, I make a copy and I store it in the client's file so that if in that year they get audited, knock on wood, right? I can provide the documentation on how I based my opinion on a certain specific situation.
Can you share a memory attached to your object?
I learned in a class about, this was years ago, about the necessity to bring back in any depreciation that you claim on like a rental property that has to be added back as ordinary income. And the client was insistent that I was incorrect, that no way, did they have to add that back as ordinary income. And so I pulled out my handy book, highlighted all the areas, sent it to the client and said, this is exactly where the stance that I'm taking, here's the proof, and here's, the logic behind why that needed to be done.
What is a cliche about taxes that you wish people better understood?
You are not supposed to get a refund. Everybody's, they think that my job is to get them a refund. No, my job is to apply the tax law to give you the best tax situation at hand. What you really want is you want to pay what you're supposed to pay throughout the year and come out net zero. They don't owe you and you don't owe them. And maybe you owe them a little bit, right? In our profession, a lot of people have the feeling that, you're giving the IRS interest-free use of your money. I am in the thought process that a lot of times the extra, let's even say $200 a month, and you get a $2,400 refund. That $200 people most likely blow. But if you get a lump sum of a $2,400, you could do something with, right? But my goal with my clients is to, at tax time, have them net zero, but then also throughout the tax year, make wiser decisions on their funds and their money to help them, one, save with taxes, two, properly prepare them for their future, for their children's future, so that we can be in a financially better place down the line.
Can you offer a piece of advice for first-time entrepreneurs navigating small business taxes and accounting?
What do they say? When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. One of the things that I've noticed over the years, and I've been doing this full-time for 10 years, is small business owners do not keep track of their income and expenses. So we have a tax organizer that we send out. We tell everyone to list your income and expenses on there. And please also recognize it's not our job to fill that in for you. It's your job to let us know what you did throughout the year. For instance, you used to be able to write off entertainment. You can't write off entertainment anymore. During the pandemic, they allowed 100% of your meals. Now it's back to 50%. So my job is to be up to date on the laws and then help apply it to your tax preparation. I can't even remember what I did yesterday, let alone January of 2023. So it's extremely important, whether you use a spreadsheet or if you use some type of online software to keep track of your records and your spending for your business, is extremely important. Because also, not only do you not want to miss out on expenses that you can write off, you want that if the IRS taps on your shoulder and say, hey, prove your expenses, that you can, and that will keep them from pulling it back off of your return and then you owing and having interest and penalties added on top of that. So one of the things I would definitely say when you start your business, find some way to keep track of your income and expenses. And then as you grow, you want to pass that off to someone else so then you can concentrate on your business, growing it and expanding it versus being in the mundane side of the business of tracking expenses and, getting your accounting ready.
Final question. How can our audience get in touch with you?
So you can reach me through my website, tstaxservicellc.com. You can reach me on all social media platforms at TS Tax Service ATL. Learn more about me and read my featured story on theboldmaven.com.